The hostage crisis in Paris has thrust anti-Semitism back into the spotlight. But what is anti-Semitism anyway?
And where did it come from? Here's everything you need to know.
So what is anti-Semitism? Anti-Semitism is the prejudice against, hatred of, or discrimination against Jews as a national, ethnic, religious, or racial group.
And how long has anti-Semitism been around? It actually began before the birth of Christ and originated primarily as an ethnic prejudice amongst ancient Greeks and Romans.
And it wasn't until the Middle Ages that it became a real religious issue that has extended into modern times. So why are we talking about this issue now? The recent attacks on the kosher market in Paris in relation to Charlie Hebdo has really brought the issue of European anti-Semitism to light.
In fact, half of all racist attacks in France have Jews as their targets, despite the fact that they make up only 1% of the population.
And there's only about 500 to 600,000 Jews in France, making it the world's third largest Jewish community behind the US and Israel. So clearly this is a significant assault on the Jewish people. Now let's take a look at some of the statistics. Unfortunately, anti-Semitism is more prevalent in France now than it was 20 years ago. As you can see on the graph, the number of recorded anti-Semitic acts is about 7 times higher than numbers recorded in the 1990s.
And the violence, at least over the past 15 years, has been incredibly closely tied to conflict between Israelis and Palestinians. The spike in anti-Semitic acts in 2000 correlated with the outbreak of the Second Intifada, and subsequent spikes in 2009, 2012, and 2014 all coincided with outright wars between Israel and Hamas in Gaza.
So where do we go from here? Scarily, the upsurge of anti-Semitism is not confined to France. Anti-Semitic violence has been on the rise globally for over 2 decades, and stereotypes and mistaken beliefs about the Jewish faith have existed for thousands of years.
Now, many Jews in various countries have left their home countries to travel to live in Israel over the past 70 plus years. Although from what we know about the conflict that has been going on in that region and inside of Israel, that's hardly a permanent solution. And for many anti-Semites, the creation of Israel has simply provided a new target for their stereotypical beliefs and acts of violence.
Hopefully, by talking about these issues and educating ourselves, we can bring understanding and open communication and bring an end to this hate.